Hi and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I'm going to be trying out the new Huda Beauty Faux Filter Luminous Matte Concealer. This just launched in stores a couple of days ago in Australia, so I picked it up in the shade Cotton Candy, which is a nice brightening shade that I like to use to highlight my face. So we're going to try this out today and let's jump into it. So I've already done my eye makeup. I'm going to go in with the Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Base. I cannot wait to try out this concealer. So next, taking my Bobbi Brown corrector. This is in the shade Light Peach. And I'm just going to do the steps that I normally do when I do my makeup, just so I can get a good first impressions, because this is what I would normally do anyway. Okay, so I'm going to apply my foundation. I'm using Estee Lauder Double Wear in the shade Cashew and Rattan. I'm just going to mix them. I'm just going to use my beauty blender today just to kind of mix on the back of my hand. I use mostly the shade Cashew for today, and I'm just going to apply this with my beauty blender. And I kind of avoid the direct eye area because I know I'm going to put concealer, so I don't really put that much foundation under there. I normally like to go a little bit brighter, so I picked up the shade Cotton Candy. Okay, so this is what the packaging looks like. It's a really nice bottle. I really like it. It's like this square packaging, just like her Faux Filter foundation, and it has the name just on the bottom. This does contain 9 mils, which is, I feel like, a good amount for a concealer. So I've got my foundation on. We're just going to go ahead and apply the concealer. So here is the applicator. I love the doe foot. It's like very unique. I haven't seen something like this before. I feel like it picks up a good amount of product too. Ooh, she's bright. The formula is quite thin, but it spreads very quickly. So I'm just going to apply it how I normally like to apply my concealer, which is down the sides of my nose and under my eyes. I also put it on the outer corner here. I use it to clean up underneath my eyeshadow and extend it out. I'm just going to dip back in because I do need a little more product. I'm going to apply a little bit between my brows. I'm just going to take my beauty blender and start blending this in. I'm actually going to leave one side to kind of dry down a little bit because sometimes I like to let it dry down. So I'm going to see how it works, because I feel like some concealers, if you do that, they kind of dry, and by the time you go to blend it out, it's really hard to move and it doesn't want to blend. Wow, that is so brightening. That just blended so seamlessly. Looks amazing. Yeah, so I was saying I like to let the concealer dry down sometimes when I want a super full coverage look. So I'm going to try that on this side and see if it allows me to continue blending once I've let it sit for a bit. I'm really happy with the shade that I chose. I love a really bright concealer, and this is perfect. Like, it's giving me that really bright under eye, which I love. So yeah, I'm going to continue blending. Also, I feel like sometimes the concealer can look super bright, but when you powder and you finish off the rest of your face, everything just kind of comes together and it doesn't look too crazy white. So yeah, we're going to see how it comes together. Hopefully the shade is not too bright for me. So I'm looking at the concealer and I feel like I could go for a little bit more coverage just on the very inner corner. So I'm just going to apply just a touch more. It picks up quite a lot of product on the applicator, so it's kind of hard to just get a little, but I'm just going to do that much and just kind of focus it here. I feel like it's quite a thin consistency. I'm just kind of comparing it to the Shape Tape concealer which I've been using, and that one's more of a thick consistency, whereas this one's a little bit thinner and easier to blend so far. So I will be doing a wear test as well. Alright, so this is $45 at Sephora. It is great for combination dry, normal and oily skin types, so pretty much any skin type. So here are the claims: 14-hour crease proof wear, lightweight blendable formula, melts into skin, medium to full buildable coverage, creamy concealer that brightens, conceals and moves with you for a luminous matte skin-like finish that lasts all day. Effortlessly conceals dark circles and blemishes, beautifully blurs skin and brightens the under eyes without collecting or settling into fine lines. It is fragrance-free, alcohol-free, waterproof, sweat-proof, transfer-proof, non-comedogenic. That is good to know. It comes in 29 shades, and I'm pretty sure that Huda said in a video that it doesn't give flashback as well, which we'll be testing out today. Okay, so I've been letting this sit for a couple minutes, so I'm just going to blend this in. That's blending effortlessly. Wow, that's amazing. I love that the formula allows you to blend it after it's been sitting, and I feel like, I don't know, I feel like I've got kind of the same coverage on both sides, but I don't feel like I need to go in with more on this side. To set the concealer, I'm going to use my Laura Mercier loose setting powder, and I am going to bake because that's normally what I like to do. Okay, so this is set in place. I'm going to finish off the rest of my face and I'll be back. This is my completed makeup. I'm loving the way the concealer is sitting on the face. It just looks flawless. I'm really happy with it so far. It's definitely really brightening under the eyes, which I love. So it's around 11 AM right now, so I'll be back in a couple hours to do my first check-in. Before I go, I thought I would do a nice close-up of my makeup. So here is what it looks like. This is how the concealer is looking. We're gonna come back in a couple of hours to do a check-in and I'll let you know how it's going. Alright, I'm back for a check-in. It's been a while that I've had this concealer on. I've been filming other videos, that's why I haven't done a check-in, but it's now 5:03. So I've had this on for 6 hours now. And yeah, I'm just gonna let you know what I think of it. I'm gonna have a quick look because I haven't looked at my makeup since I applied it. So here we are, nice and close up. I feel like the concealer has lasted pretty well through the day, besides just a very slight creasing just directly under my eye here. It's nothing noticeable really unless you look up close. I feel like it's very minimal creasing, but I can notice that there is slight creasing, but it is looking pretty nice on the skin. It's still looking nice and bright. There's a little bit of like, I don't know, like patchiness going on right here. Just gonna grab my Low Messier translucent. So I might just add a bit of powder. By the way, this concealer is super brightening. I haven't done a flash test, so I might do that now. I did take some photos before, but without flash. It looked really, really nice on the skin. Yeah, I feel like it definitely looks really bright under my eyes, but it's not like flashback bright. Do you know what I mean? So that one is with flash, and then this one is without. It looks really nice without flash. I've just got my ring light on. No flashback in the photo, so it's definitely passed that test. It's just good to know that a concealer doesn't have flashback and you can wear it like at nighttime as well. I'm gonna come back in a couple hours and do a final check-in. Okay, so I'm back for my final check-in. I've had this makeup on for 9 hours. It is now 7:59, so I applied this around 11 this morning. So here's my makeup after 9 hours of wear. Let me know what you think of the concealer. I think it held up pretty well throughout the day. I think you should definitely give this a try. Even grab a sample when you're in store. I think it's definitely worth a try. There's also 29 shades to choose from, so there's a shade for everyone. I'm curious to know if this would work as a cream contour. I might try that out. Overall, this concealer has held up pretty well. Minimal creasing under the eyes, and it looks and feels really smooth on the skin. Besides the little bit of creasing that I did get under my eyes, it's pretty much stayed in place all day. It looks pretty much the same as the last time you saw me on camera. This is just my first impression, so obviously this is my first time trying it. I'd probably rate this an 8 out of 10, maybe an 8.5. I think I have to just try it out a little bit longer, like just keep trying it over time and see how it goes. But yeah, so far so good. I'm really liking the way this looks on the skin. I'm ready to take my makeup off now. I've had this on all day. It is winter, so my skin is not super oily right now or shiny, but in summer I'd probably have to touch up a lot more. I hope you enjoyed this little first impressions of the concealer. I'm definitely gonna keep trying it out. But yeah, that is my first impressions of the new Huda Beauty Faux Filter Luminous Matte Concealer. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!